Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers, has us set to get started. Off we go from Nissan Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. To throw on second down is Ward. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
To say last year changed the trajectory of Sam Darnold's career feels a little bit like an understatement, doesn't it, Mike? I mean, the year he had in Minnesota alongside head coach Kevin O'Connell by far was the best year of his career, and it's a big reason why Seattle paid him what they did to come in, replace Geno Smith as the starting quarterback. So now the question is, years ago under Kyle Shanahan, 1 year under Kevin O'Connell, can he now bring that to Seattle and have that same level of success and take them back to the playoffs?
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
Darnold to throw on first down. That's complete. It's JSN. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. That is caught. He finds Walker. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Seahawks first down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it'll be third down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That is caught side of the end zone. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. His kick is good, and the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Titans nothing.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, it's Chindike. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Titans offense ready to see the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. Rolling right. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. Out of the gun, Ward. That caught Tony Pollard. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
That is hard! And he will go all the way. Alec Iomanner, touchdown, Tennessee.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession two. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Titans will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
From the 46, here's second and a yard. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
We'll try and run it with Walker. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's fourth down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Titans offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. In motion, Okonkwo. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. He is tough to bring down. They finally do. Somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Wolf. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Smith-Njigba left side. He's got it. He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
10 yards.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zone. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball is going to go.
A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down. Once again, it's Walker. Healing forward for maybe a yard. It was Jihad Ward there to bring him down.
At the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Darnold. He'll step up and run this. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
17 yards. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a 1st down.
Outright Smith-Njigba has it. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 2nd down, Walker. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Darnold. Throw right side, home in by Cup. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal.
At the 2-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and goal.
Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold. His throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the intended receiver. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. Taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
A 2-yard gain. It's now
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back in Music City after this. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they think about what they want to do here on 4th and goal. Darnold now to throw. And this will pay off. It is caught. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this. And you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Now the point after drop from Myers. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Titans 7.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Jim Radike now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Play fake, now Ward to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Ward. That one caught is Jimray DK. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Quick, it's Cup on the RPO, and he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Seattle.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A gain of 21 on that pass play. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Complete to Cooper Kupp. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 23-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seahawks. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Myers now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 21-7 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Julius Chestnut to bring it back. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Titans offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Up until that run, this 1st half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
Off play action, it's Ward. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 2nd down, here's Ward. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll run the zone read here on 3rd down. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire 1st half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
In motion, Okonkwo. Ward now on 3rd down. He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. They are not having success on defense. That play picks up 19 yards.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together. And the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
On 1st down, it's Ward. He'll get this out wide to Pollard. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
It is 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, it's Ward. That's complete to DK. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Ward to throw again. He'll find his receiver. That's DK. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Sly's kick is good. And the Titans cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Joey
Sly back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Here's Michael Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Play action. Whoa. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They run it straight ahead with Collins. Got room at the 30. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it end. He does. First down.
That's good for a Titans.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Ward. Going for it all. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On the ground, it's Pollard. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run the toss. Here's Pollard. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Spears. Good blocking, and he's in. Jay Spears. Touchdown Titans. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. He's got it. And the Titans are back within 4. It's 21-17.
21. Titans 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. Whoa. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
15 yards.
A gain there of 15. First down, Seattle. Now Seattle will use the final timeout
First down,
as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Losing 2 yards. It's second down.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half.
Joey Slide.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll begin with first and 10. Motion man is the tight end going right. On first and 10, here's Darnold. He takes off, and he'll get about 4 yards before wisely covering up.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
From the 31, here is second and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll take off again. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
And the Seahawks, first down. A gain of 9 yards.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage. Tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 41, here's second and 8. Now Walker. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. That is caught. He finds Walker. They pick up 17 through the air. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Seahawks, first down. first and 10.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the #1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's Walker. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. It was Jihad Ward there to bring him down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Darnold. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, Mike, whatever message this coaching staff had at halftime, it clearly worked. They came out fast to start this second half. Big-time play downfield. Now, can they build on some of this momentum here as they start the 3rd quarter?
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays
play
are
is
reviewed,
under review.
so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Now the point after try for Myers. It's up and through. And the Seahawks will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Titans 17.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, here's DK. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Titans offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wolf. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
In motion, Okonkwo. Out of the gun, Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Throwing, Ward. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson.
Ward's pass intended for Van
Missed
Jefferson.
opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
41. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing, Darnold. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. DK to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Titans offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. On 1st and 10, Ward. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
On the give, it's Pollard. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 4. Tight end on the move left. They'll run once more, and And it's Pollard again. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
A gain of 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
They'll run it and give it to the big guy. And he's going to pick up a Titans first down. Oh, they took a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3. And a new set of downs.
Yeah, sometimes these coaches want to overthink it. They want to dial up these super tricky plays and try to outthink themselves sometimes. And you find yourself here on 4th and real short. Something easy, something your guys have wrecked a million times. Win the battle up front and pick up a fresh set of downs.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Ward. Middle of the field, he's got a Conquo. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Pollard. And he'll take this one in. Cody Pollard. Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now it's Ward. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7. Now Darnold. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
3rd and and inches. They'll go with the sneak, and he will have the Seahawks first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
2 yards on the play.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
First down, Seahawks.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He keeps it himself, and he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
15 more yards. That's another Seahawks first down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. That is hauled in at the 5. And he'll be forced out of bounds. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Here's Walker, and he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. One more time with Walker. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Darnold to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
So the pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Play fake. Now Ward to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
That's good.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
To throw on 1st down is Darnold. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 2nd down, it's Darnold. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Darnold to the air once more. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
A 54-yard attempt.
This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Myers back out there, had the field goal a moment ago, now set to kick this one away. On the return, here's DK. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. In motion, Okonkwo. On first down, it's in trouble, and down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down, he starts moving around the pocket, nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Throwing is Ward. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
16.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Open right side is Okonkwo. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards.
10 at the 43-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Ward. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Chim DK that time. And third down coming up.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He was looking for Van Jefferson there. And that'll set up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
And how about that play on special teams? Perfectly done. It checks up right at the 1-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Once again, it's Walker. Room to run at the 30, and they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line.
23 yards.
And another first down, and another big gainer. This time, 23 yards.
23 yards. First down, Seahawks.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. He'll let one go down the middle. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
That's another Seahawks.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share.
1st and goal
52
at the 9-yard
yards.
line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
2nd and goal.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss. So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run rate, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Titans 23. Jason Myers.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Chestnut. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Titans offense ready to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. to throw is Ward. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. He's close to a first down. The gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
On second down, here's Pollard. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down.
3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. Now, first down throw for Ward. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Ward. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down for Tennessee.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, Ward. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Jefferson. A pickup of 21 on that connection. That's good for a Titan first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline,
nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Boye Mafe getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get them here again.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They snap it to Ward. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Titans first down. That was something else. Big pickup on 4th and long. And they get a new set of downs.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
On 1st and 10, Ward forced out wide, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
So 2
9
minutes left to play in the second half.
line.
Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the gun, here's Ward. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. Alec Iomatter touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Able to get the touchdown, Greg, as they played man coverage and got burned.
Eye discipline, Mike. Every secondary coach and defensive coordinator around the league, they emphasize you have to keep your eyes on your responsibility, because when you don't and you peek or you try to do too much, it results in plays like that, and you just don't see guys at this level that open.
Slides at the point, up and good. And the Titans are able to cut into the deficit.
30.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll drop to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
And 7 at the 38-yard line.
Second and 7. They'll go play action with Darnold. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. That'll be their second. Talk things over before third down. Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And that one not returnable, out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense ready to take over possession of the football. Here's first and 10. Looking to throw, it's Ward. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup at 9. Is going to set up second and 1.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's second down. Now it's Ward. That's caught over the middle by Iomanner. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
A gain there of 11. First down for Tennessee.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
16 more
Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here. And it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
44-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing, Ward. There's Jefferson.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
2nd and 5. To the air again, Ward. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.